My name is Jackie Harvey. I work with Development and Regeneration Services, and I'm the lead project manager to deliver the Sighthill Transformation Regeneration Area.
I'm Graham Allen. I'm the infrastructure project manager for this project, and I'm part of the project management and design team.
The work that's being developed at the moment has been commissioned by Glasgow City Council. So it's the Sighthill Transformation Regeneration Area, and it's delivered by Transforming Communities Glasgow, and that's a partnership between Glasgow City Council, Glasgow Housing Association and the Scottish Government.
Basically, we're stripping the whole site bare. The reason we have to do that is because of the legacy of industrial contamination. Our Victorian forefathers left us a lot to tidy up, so we're doing that. That's a contract one. That should run on till probably into next year. Clean up all the mess, get rid of all the chemicals, just make the place a whole lot better. Then once we've done that, we go into contract two, which is where you see the difference here. It's new roads, new infrastructure, development platforms. It'll just look ready for the house builders to come in and put up the 650 new homes.
You'll see as you look around Sighthill started to change quite dramatically, and will be even more so over the next couple of years. So it's a major regeneration project that we're doing. The work that we're going to be doing over the next couple of years will clean up all of the site, and then we'll put in effectively a new neighbourhood. So new neighbourhood for the residents that we have here currently. So the residents that are still here at Sighthill, you'll see the multi-stories behind me. They were Glasgow Housing Association homes, and the new residents have the new homes built for them. There's 140 new homes that the residents have moved into. We'll be having a new parkland, a new public realm, with all the new and modern facilities that we would expect. And the other thing that we're really excited about is the new homes that will be coming in. So there'll be a mixture of homes for rent and homes to buy, around 650. So the total development's about £250 million.
Well, there's an area down here which is locally known as Stinky Ocean. And Stinky Ocean smells of rotten eggs, and that is hydrogen sulfide gas, and that is coming out, it's leaching out the ground, and has been for years. So what we're going to do is sort that out. We'll encapsulate the problem and treat a lot of the surface, or close to the surface, contaminants, which are chemicals and hydrocarbons and things, and just stop it leaching into the groundwater. So for here, you'll get rid of the smell, which has been hanging around for years, and it'll sort the groundwater out.
For Sighthill, it really will be a new neighbourhood. So there'll be the new park, the new public realm. There'll be a new community campus, which will bring there's two schools on site at the moment, St Kevin's and St Stephen's, and there's also Sighthill Nursery. The three of those will come together in a community campus, which will be right in the heart of the village of Sighthill. There'll be a boulevard that runs through, and we see that will lead down to a village square that will really be the heart of the community.
I mean, there's not many cities in Europe which have a 50-hectare site within a 15-minute walk of the city centre. I mean, it's going to be it'll be a fine place to live, I would think.
I am Miss Sweeney. I have stayed in Sighthill for 37 years, and I moved into my new build last September.
My name is Peter Smith. I'm the Area Housing Manager with Glasgow Housing Association. I've worked in this area since December 2014.
I'm Josephine Byrne, and I work for Glasgow Housing Association. I'm a housing officer within the Sighthill area.
I can't say anything about the scheme. I've been here for 37 years. I've never had any bother. Brought 3 kids up, 5 grandkids up, and I've never had any bother. I've been in a few of the flats up here. My neighbours have always been fantastic. I've never had any trouble at all. I have been really, really lucky in this scheme.
I think what we found in the multi-storey flats that we had quite an older population. A lot of people had been in the multi-storey flats within the Sighthill area for maybe 40 years, since 1967, so when they were built. So we did have a challenge there at getting them the right type of house, and whether it be ground floor, whether they needed adaptations done. So we have had quite a lot of success stories. A lot of people are delighted, especially because they were maybe quite isolated up in the multi-storeys, and they could go maybe a couple of days without seeing anybody apart from maybe their concierge at the bottom of the block, whereas now they're maybe in the ground floor, they've got everything adapted for them, and they've got more access to the facilities that are round about, and also see their neighbours, so it's a bit better for them.
Yeah, we've been doing fantastic, incredible improvements within this area. I'm very excited about the developments within Sighthill. So first of all, we're going to be knocking down the multi-storey flats. We've done quite a number of them already. We've built 141 new houses here, fantastic quality. Couldn't tell that they were social rented housing, and we'll finish the scheme off with demolition of the final blocks for ourselves. Then Glasgow City Council's coming in, doing a lot of development works, fixing up the ground, making it ready for people to be able to come in, build shops, lots of new houses.
My role as a housing officer has been over the past few years working with the tenants of the area to see what they wanted within their new build, and also to work with them to try and relocate them from the multi-storeys at Pinkston Drive. So it's been a long process, but yeah, we're glad to be at the end of it here.
It's like a different way of life. As I say, when you've been in a high flat for all a year, and you did sometimes feel a bit isolated, maybe not in the winter and things like that. In the summer we did sit down at the bottom of the flats, but now, as I say, to me this is like a back and front door. As I say, I've got kind of like 4 gardens the way it's working out, all my 4 big French windows. I'm not just saying it, but I absolutely love it. It's a different way of life, and I wish I would have got it when I was a wee bit younger.
They're delighted. Obviously it's night and day for what they've came from. Even for their heating systems, to their bills being reduced, and just even to the standard of the kitchens, the bathrooms, which they got to pick, and just the amenities that we've put in the houses, totally different from what they've been used to. So it's been a lot of people have had to adapt quite a bit to it, but they've done really well, and everybody seems to be enjoying it, and you definitely can sense a better community spirit within the area.
Sighthill will be the place to go to. Very close to the city centre. There'll be improved walkways and access routes for people there. There'll be a whole range of new properties for sale, some for private rent as well along the way. It'll be totally transformed, but there will be a good hub of the old Sighthill folk still here within our new build, and a small number of existing stock on either side of it as well. And what we'll possibly see as well is some folk who used to live in Sighthill coming back in through the private rented and ownership side of things as well. So very exciting times for Sighthill.
I think it's going to be fantastic. As I say, I really do. When you look about just now, as I say, one of my old neighbours I was speaking to, he went, "Me, I drove by," and he went, "Honest to God," he went, "It's like a wee village," that he's saying. And with all the regenerations getting done, the new roads, obviously we will get shops eventually. And as I say, I just think it'll look amazing in the future.
Oh, it'll be a totally different place to live in. I think even with the building of the 140 new build has made such a drastic change to the landscape of the area, and as I said, it's made such a big change to the community. I think maybe Peter was right, it is going to be the place to be. It's going to be a really desirable area again. As he said, it's close to the town centre, it's close to a lot of amenities, and it's got good services round about, so I think it will be a lot more desirable than it maybe has been in recent years.
Well, it's cleaner looking now, isn't it? Fresher looking. As I say, but I can't run this scheme down because I've never, as I said before, I loved it before. I love it now, but I love it even more now. As I say, with all the new housing, you walk about. As I say, we took the children out litter picking last Saturday. And even just go out and you're seeing it, people are taking care. They're all taking care and they're out now picking their own rubbish up. And it's looking really nice, and hopefully in our wee bit there's 141. And I think it will just stay the way it is just now.
Yeah, at JJ, we've worked hard to try and retain the community spirit here. We've worked hard to try and keep the people who want to stay within Sighthill I'm very, very proud of what we've delivered here. GHA is about delivering better homes and better lives, and I think this is absolutely a clear indication of what we can achieve when we work together with the community. I'm very proud of what we've done here, and I know that the people that are living here are also very proud of it.
I think one of the best things to do as a housing officer is to offer somebody a new build house and make a difference in their lives. So that's been great for me. I've really enjoyed working within Sighthill and being a part of it.
My name is Kelly O'Rourke. I'm the Resident Liaison Officer for Technical Demolition Services. Well, Technical Demolition Services have been employed by GHA, who are working alongside Glasgow City Council with the regeneration project here at Sighthill, and we've been employed specifically to take down all of the high-rise flats that have been situated here for many years. Obviously, it's not just a case of when you're demolishing that you just start taking the building down. There's a lot of internal work that needs to be done first. So we would employ our staff to go in and actually basically gut every single room and part of the building out. This is everything that can be skirting boards, cupboards, light fittings, smoke alarms, anything at all that we feel would be a danger or a threat while we are demolishing. That is quite a long process, but most of the stuff that we do take out of the buildings, most of it is actually recycled. The last thing we do take out is the windows, and we do that specifically so that when we are taking out everything within the building, we try and keep the dust and noise contained within the building so that we're not disturbing any of the local residents. Well, we're using a method with the super high reach machine, which is it's the largest actual super high reach machine in Scotland, and it basically, you work from the top of the building, working your way down in sections where you're actually taking chunks of the building out with the jaws of the demolition machine. Well, my role specifically is what it says, it's to liaise with the community. So that would be the likes of, at the moment, it would be the local facilities, would be the schools which are nearby, the local church, any of the local residents' meetings, any meetings with the local contractors, Glasgow City Council, GHA itself. So I would be a person who people would come to if they have any questions, queries, or any issues that they want to raise. Well, we are thinking that demolition work will be completed October. That will be completely finished here, so that's not just including the demolition of the buildings, it'll also be the groundwork which we're employed to do before the other contractors come in.
I'm Duncan Lurin, I'm a science writer. I was the manager of the Glasgow Parks Astronomy Project in 1978-79. I designed the stone circle and supervised its construction.
My name is Kenny Brophy, I'm an archaeologist from Glasgow University, and I've been recording the uses of the Sighthill stone circle for the last 3 or 4 years. So I'm here today to see the sort of final use of the circle in its current incarnation.
My name's Jackie Harvey. I'm the project manager for Sighthill. I work within development and regeneration services at Glasgow City Council. And today we're here for you'll see behind me the standing stones. These are going to be removed as part of the Sighthill regeneration project that we're doing. So we're regenerating the whole of the area.
We are now having the stones removed intact, and it has been agreed that I will be commissioned to recreate the circle.
The stones are going to be taken away today and kept in a secure site where they'll then be put in as a second part of the regeneration process.
I think the idea is that it's something that people feel so strongly about that the stones should be preserved, that there was a sense that grew as the development continued, that the people wanted to see the stones exist within the Sighthill landscape at some point, in some place. So I think that rather than just have the circle removed and then the stones lost somewhere, I think that there was a kind of public swelling of feeling that they should be preserved in some way. And so I think that the whole plan here is to try and create a new stone circle within the new version of Sighthill, which is nice because it ties new Sighthill into old Sighthill.
The thing is, when Duncan Lunan put these stones in back in the 1970s, and they were expected to be here for thousands of years, so you can imagine they were fairly well stuck in there. So we were not really sure how that was going to go, but luckily VHE did a fantastic job, and it's nice for Duncan when he then gets to put the stones back in again. He'll be able to use today's technology.
The architects gave us a choice of something like 8 sites, and the best one is actually behind me to the east, where essentially where I first came up onto the hilltop when I walked up from Pinkston Road in the pouring rain, but it was all still waste ground. But when I came onto the hilltop and I saw the natural skyline that surrounds us here, I just thought this is where it's got to be. So in fact we are going back to where I first saw it, which is quite nice in a way.
I think that the circle is going to be rebuilt in some form. Probably Duncan Lunan's going to be the mastermind behind it again, and what I hope is that it's going to become a real landmark for people in Sighthill but also in Glasgow, and that people will come here from the nearby city centre and around the city and actually feel that it's something amazing for Glasgow to have a brand new stone circle, and to use it, to use it in the way stone circles were used in the prehistory, for fun, for rituals, for ceremonies, for people enjoying themselves. So Glasgow needs a new stone circle, so this is a great chance for it to get it.
We've been doing quite a lot of work in partnership between Glasgow Housing Association and Glasgow City Council, and put together a great programme of kids activities for the kids, mainly in Sighthill, both up on site, round about the Cat Centre, and also down here at Pinkston Water Sports, where we've got a great canoe session set up for them all across the summer holidays.
So we've had some young people from Sighthill come down over the summer and take part in the Panther sessions that you can see behind us, and they've been really good. They've basically got an understanding of how to paddle and different types of kayaks and all that sort of stuff, and they've also become members of the club, so they've started coming along on a regular Wednesday night sessions now. So we've seen those club sessions grow from 1 or 2 kids to about 20 children coming along every Wednesday now, so it's great.
My name's Louise Nolan. I am a project worker for a project called North of Glasgow. We've been running a summer play scheme, an arts club in Sighthill in the Cat Centre for the whole of the summer holidays. So today we're having a party for the kids, and we're having a parade of our own. We took part in the Springburn Park Carnival, and also in Merchant City some of the kids took part in that. So this is us doing it on our own patch. Well, we've got a bit of money from GHA and a big chunk from DRS and Glasgow City Council. We've been putting our independent freelance artists in, as well as working in partnership with the Cats Aftercare team. So it's been a real partnership approach to bringing, delivering play and stimulation for young people in the area while they're living in a building site and while lots of changes are going on. So it's also a way for them to engage with the changes that are going on in their community, and moving from living in high-rise flats to living in houses and new neighbours and developing new relationships is also what we're kind of promoting. And we've got parents here today, and we've involved families in all the things that we've been doing. So it's kind of like working with kids but working with families as well.
We've enjoyed the summer holidays.
Enjoyed the summer holidays here because it was lots of fun.
We have been enjoying ourselves, and we have been going around the streets of Sighthill doing a parade.
It was very fun because we had big drums and we were walking around in the new Sighthill houses.
The Sightthill's going through a transformation just now, bigger than they've ever experienced. All the tower blocks are coming down, the new houses have been built, and there's lots more new houses being built. And the difficulty is that to actually get this step forward, you have to actually create lots of building sites, and we've lost all of the play areas that the kids would have. So by creating this range of summer activities, we've filled a big gap that was there, which will help us get through this first stage of the major transformation and helps keep everybody together, making friends, making new friends, and breaks down lots of wee barriers that might have been there otherwise.
Sighthill is an amazing place because there's lots of people and there's lots of friends you get to know.
Yep, me and Usha have been growing up here for a long time, so we can tell it's pretty good here.